When the lights go down, most cameras struggle. Grainy footage, lost details, faded colors. Sound familiar? Well, let me introduce to you the night view mode, the new low light shooting feature of the OBSBOT Tail 2 PTZR camera. Powered by an enhanced 2-micron pixel sensor and an advanced AI noise reduction algorithm, night view mode captures more ambient light, delivering clean, vibrant, and detailed footage even in the darkest environments. No more blur, no more dull colors, just clear, true-to-life visuals that shine through the night. Whether you're using the OBSBOT Start mobile app or the OBSBOT Center PC software, activating night view mode is as easy as a tap. So stick with me through this video and let's test out the OBSBOT Tail 2 night view mode to see what it is capable of. All right guys, so here we are outdoors with the OBSBOT Tail 2, and this is actually my first test over here in the outdoors environment. And currently right now we are looking at the OBSBOT Tail 2 with the night view mode off. And I'm just wanting to show you guys the before and after, and along with some of my settings. So I'm going to come over here with the mobile phone app. I'll click on these three little dots here towards the bottom, and we're going to take a look over here. So I am recording the audio. As you can see, the audio, I have an external microphone connected. We're going to come over here, night view mode underneath the camera setting. It is currently off. Autofocus, you can see I have it set to face, but global would also work. I'm just going to keep it on face right now because I do plan to do some testing with me in front of the camera, and I want it to focus on my face. As far as a face auto exposure, it is on. Auto brightness compensation, I also have on. ISO upper and lower limits, I have it set to the maximum at 6,400. And we're just going to go ahead and save that. And if we come down over here, you can see I have all these output modes are currently set to off because I'm recording to the internal micro SD card. And next I want to have a closer look over here at my media settings, because this is where you want to configure your standard settings. But in this case, we're going to be using the night settings. So I am filming right now at 4K 30 frames per second. And we're going to switch over to the night view mode settings to set up the media. So how do we want it to record? So currently right now I can't adjust anything because I am recording, but if I stop recording, I'll have access. So for an example, we have the recording, the encoder, H.264, resolution 4K, and frame rate, I have it set to 29.97 frames per second, and the bit rate, I have it at maximum. And if I were going to use the night view mode for NDI, RTSP, or SRT, we can configure those settings there as well. And for any live streaming for the night view mode, you can configure those settings there as well. And if you're going to be using the 3G SDI or the HDMI output, again, being able to configure those settings all right here. So basically, anytime I go ahead and turn on my night view mode, these are the encoder, resolution, and frame rate and bitrate settings that I'm going to be using. So now that you're more familiar with that, again, between the night mode and the standard, let's come back over here to night, and we're gonna go ahead and activate the night view mode. But for us to actually activate the night view mode, we need to stop recording. So we can't turn on or turn off the night view mode when we are recording. And it says, please turn off recording before setting. So that's exactly what we're gonna do here. We're gonna press stop and we'll switch on night view mode. So here we are with the OBSBOT Tail 2, night view mode is enabled, and you can definitely see the difference in the sky. It looks much brighter, even the street lights and the houses, and just the overall general detail is still maintained, and the image quality is looking really nice. All right, guys, check it out. So we're doing another test right now with the Tail 2 outdoors in this lighting environment, different location. Currently right now, the night view mode is off. This is what the image is looking like. Again, autofocus, auto exposure, and auto white balance as well. We're zoomed out all the way. Again, still filming at 4K 30 frames per second. And yeah, this is what the image looks like with night view mode off. Again, it's not that dark of an environment, but I do want to test a few things. For an example, the optical zoom and also the digital zoom, just to kind of compare it. So right now I'm just going to actually take a few steps back, but before I do that, I'm going to activate the auto tracking. Makes my life a lot easier over here. You You can see now it's tracking me just like before. I'm gonna take some steps all the way back over here. We're gonna take a seat on this little concrete curb over here. And just to kind of show you guys what the image is looking like with the night view off. And we're gonna shortly turn it on. But before I turn it on, just taking a look at my settings here on the OBSBOT Start app. We are zoomed in 11.5 times. And look at the image, look how dark it looks right now. It is super dark. All right, here we are. Night view mode is on. This is what the image is looking like. That is a huge difference, guys. You remember how dark I was? Look at the detail now I have in my face. Again, it's doing its own auto exposure. So just keep that in mind, guys. When you are using the night view mode, you cannot use manual exposure. It does it like all automatically itself with the auto exposure. So I'm gonna use this shot right here as an example. We're gonna go ahead and turn off the night view mode just to kind of see what it looks like with it off with this shot. And there you have it, guys. Night view mode is off. Look how dark this is. Look how dark this is compared to when the night view mode was on. Incredible. That's a huge difference. So right now we have night view off. We are currently zoomed out all the way. Up ahead of us, we do have a casino. I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom in just to give you guys a little bit of a closer look. There we are at 2.6 times zoomed in. Let's go ahead and zoom back out and we'll turn on the night view mode to compare the before and after. And here we go with the night view mode on. This is what the image quality is looking like. Looks like a big difference. Let's go ahead and zoom in. We'll go to the same zoom approximately, 2.6. Image is still looking really nice. Let's go ahead and push this even further. We'll go up to 4.9 to stay within the optical zoom. So here we are with the 4.9 times zoom in, optical zoom with the night view mode on. All right, here's another test. Again, night view mode is off and we are zoomed in times 12. Again, this is the maximum that this camera can zoom in, taking advantage of the hybrid zoom. So let's go ahead and turn on the night view mode and see how it compares. Well, there you have it. There's your before and now after. This is night view mode turned on. Again, times 12 hybrid zoom. This is what the image quality is looking like. And again, this machine is quite a far distance away from us. Let's go ahead and give you an example and zoom out with the night view mode on. There you guys have it. Night view mode on, zoomed out all the way. All right, guys, so here's a video that I'm filming right now with my iPhone 16 Pro Max. And I'm just gonna give you guys a little comparison on how the footage from my iPhone looks. Again, here's the Tail 2 that we were just zooming in on that machine all the way down there. And now taking a look over here with my iPhone. So right now the iPhone is zoomed out all the way, times 1 zoom. This is the times 2 zoom. This is the times 5 zoom. And now let's push it a little bit more. We're gonna go maximum. That is 15 times zoom on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And the image quality is nowhere near what the Tail 2 is capable of doing. Let's go ahead and zoom out a bit. This is times 10 zoom. This is what the image quality looks like from my iPhone 16 Pro Max. Huge difference compared to the Tail 2. The image quality coming from the Tail 2 looks a lot better, especially with the night view mode on. Great job to the OBSBOT team and this Tail 2, because it's definitely very capable of capturing some awesome footage, even in low light scenarios with the night view mode. Well guys, it looks like we reached that time of the video to give you my overall thoughts and opinion of the OBSBOT Tail 2 night view mode. And as you guys can see, you guys can judge for yourself. From my testing that I showed in this video, you can clearly see the difference that night view mode makes. The before and after results speak for themselves. Darker areas are now full of detail, noise is dramatically reduced, and the overall image looks cleaner, sharper, and more true to life. It's impressive how well the OBSBOT Tail 2 handles these low light environments. It's not just an upgrade, it's a game changer for creators who shoot after dark. If you often film in dim settings or want your nighttime footage to truly stand out, the night view mode is definitely a feature worth exploring. I definitely do appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys do have any comments or questions or feedback, let me know down into the comment section down below. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Till next time, peace.